Hi, this is Chico Resch. You are listening to the Let's Go Devils podcast on the Primetime Radio Network.
Happy Devils Saturday. This is Devils After Dark, coming to you live from the attic at American Whiskey, the third floor. Streaming live on Facebook Live, YouTube Live, X Live, and Twitch on the Let's Go Devils Network. I'm your host, Sam Woo, here with SCotty. Well, sure, Liquid Metal, as the Devils, an improbable goal from Shimon Nemec, beating the Carolina Hurricanes in double overtime, 3-2. Lots to go over, folks. There was a lot of drama in the game. There was a lot of bad officiating in this game.
Yes.
There were a lot of high fives in this game.
Yes.
And, yes, I did eat a salad in Section 18 today.
You did.
Yes.
You did. You literally had one piece of parsley and I think a cherry tomato. Two. We won't talk about the 4 pieces of prime rib, but,
Well,
that goes without saying. Listen, when you wear a cookie and a hockey helmet with a goal light on top of it and light it up every time the Devils score, you deserve a couple pieces of prime rib.
yeah. And I kind of got noticed on TV.
You
too.
did.
The Jumbotron
You did,
and
apparently.
everything.
Yeah, Sam was on the Jumbotron, although his moment of glory, Sam was looking down at his phone, I believe, at that time.
No. I was looking at Nemec because I saw somebody yell at him, and he was saying something, and I was trying to read lips.
Oh, that's right.
And that's when I was on the Jumbotron. So
Apparently, Sam Woo can also speak Czech, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. They've got the same bad words.
Yeah. Who knows the difference? I will say this, though. First off, everyone is already asking for your apology to Shimon Nemec.
Should I make a statement?
Well, you're going to have to in a bit. You're going to have to, all right?
I will make a public statement, official public statement, a little bit later in the podcast, just a cliffhanger.
And
right there.
we know that the Devils redeemed themselves tonight. I will say, Sam by God Woo over here, the king of the football calls himself, went and totally redeemed himself on the tickets. We were sitting pretty tonight, Sam, in the club section. See, now I know what it's like to be Sam Woo all the time, where you get these club seats with the free food and all the other fun stuff.
Well, to be honest with you, I didn't know. I honestly did not know what C18 meant.
Yeah, we thought we were in the catwalk for a little bit, like the upper, that like walkway across the top.
And we do have video evidence that we did walk through the VIP entrance as well.
We walked through the entire VIP entrance in the bottom, in the bunker of the rock, basically. And then they told us to go out that door and up the escalator, the regular one that everyone else does at the end. So it was exciting. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if they wanted to strip search me, with this cookie thing on. Security matters, but I told them, look, this is the best part of the game, and then they just let me through.
Yeah. They were ready to let you pass after that.
Yeah. So,
although I had to make sure my jersey went through, because
they went after you.
They went after me. I was like, wow, what's going on here? And Sam Woo and I wore the same jersey. So good thing I have my Devils T-shirt on as well here, so we didn't look like twins there sitting next to each other.
Yeah. Well, I had to wear the cookie because Chico Resch, anybody that watched Game Day Live, we had Chico Resch here, good friend of the podcast, and not only did he eat one hot dog,
He ate 2.
he ate 2.
Yep.
Now, I failed somewhat, incomplete assignment.
You tried, though.
Get a burrito.
We tried to go get a burrito, so Sam can have his pocket burrito.
Well, when we were up 2-0 at that point.
And they were already closed.
I know.
And I said I was going to have the hot pastrami sandwich, and I think Hobie's Deli closed like 15 years ago. So I was way off.
Yep.
Yeah.
But Chico had the 2 hot dogs. I did wear the cookie costume. I did have the goal light.
Yeah.
And some of my friends were saying that I was on TV, so I turned back to the cameras and I winked. And I pointed just like that.
And when he says friends, he means Mrs. Woo.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
She's the one that's screenshotting. Oh, I see you on TV.
All right. Let's talk about this game tonight.
All
right. We're here in the attic, by the way. The very, very nicely redone attic at American Whiskey. So next time, if you're coming down to the game, make sure you stop by and say hello. Sunday, we'll be out on the street with all the craziness, there is some, I wish we could show you said craziness right now going on the streets out there.
I might be able to get a wireless camera going. If you want.
All right.
While you talk.
You should make a helmet cam with the light and, kind of like it could be like the Naked Gun. In the beginning when it follows the cop car siren, it could follow your goal light on your head.
Oh, yeah.
GoPro it, baby. GoPro it.
It's not a bad idea,
All
actually.
right. See? Look at that. We're innovating right here.
Yep.
So, we're back here at the Rock. Now, we all know Devils down 0-2. Not a good situation to be in here, all right? But we have seen them in this, predicament before, recently against those New York Rangers. And they were able to come back and win themselves a playoff series. Now, the Devils in Game 1 were not good. The Devils in Game 2 were a lot better, but that shorthanded goal really got to them. The Devils in Game 3 came out, and I don't know, because we don't have the the great commentary to inform us of everything, but it seemed the Devils were pretty angry tonight.
Yeah.
And they were ready to play physical. And we've talked about it many times on this show and this podcast in general. When Devils play physical, they get emotional, and they are really into the game on another level, Playoffs, of course, but once they start getting that physicality going, they just seem to step it up. And that was, that was the whole idea, Pollock. I was way off. Samsonite. The Devils stepped it up on the physical side tonight, and I just want to shout this out: 43 hits on the evening.
Beautiful.
Now the Canes are right there too with 39, but 43 hits for these New Jersey Devils, and that's without Brendan Dillon in the lineup. All right, but we did get Siegs back there, who had himself an incredible game. I got to say, Vinny Parisi said he was going to be the X factor tonight, and even though, he took those 2 penalties, I think the Canes scored on one of them. Siegenthaler was like a man possessed out there tonight. Actually, I guess technically it is last night.
Yeah.
But, we're after midnight here.
Unless you're in Pacific time.
Oh, in my time?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay.
Yeah.
But Siegenthaler, wow, what a game. After missing so much time, the way he came in and stepped up, and you can see the shot blocking returning, and just that aggression that I guess has just been missing. He plays aggressive. He really
I'll tell
does.
you where the motivation is. You got to think his last playoff appearance was against Carolina when he had that delay of game penalty, and that's when the game-winning goal was scored, the game series winning goal as well, and that probably ate at him. Because you are right. We saw the facial expressions when he was out there. He was a man possessed tonight, had something to prove. Forget about the injury, the time off, whatever. And I think this alludes to what Chico Rush said on Game Day Live. He's not a mental midget. He's been there, done that before. Yeah, so what if he's been out for a couple months? You know what? I'll tell you what. He shook off that rust really quick, and he did what he had to do. And when the Devils need blue liners, because right now Kovacevic is out, they played most of the game with 5D, 5 defensemen. And I was getting worried there in second overtime. Are they going to last? Because that is very tiring. You get fatigued.
Yeah.
And then, but I'll tell you, Brett Pesce, the stamina on that guy, he kept going, blocking shots.
He blocked so many shots, and he was a beast out there on the ice tonight.
And could you blame him for that delay of game penalty?
No,
he
because
was hurt.
He took a shot in the ankle right before that too, and he was like hobbled out there for about $1.30. Yeah, we got a lot of people rocking around here at the old American Whiskey. Like we said, we're up here in the awesome attic. We'll be out on the big stage come this Sunday. But either way, The Devils here, Siegenthaler playing a great game, but they came out, and, of course, who starts the scoring for this team? The captain, the man who has been on a mission for this entire season, sometimes carrying this team on his back the entire time. Nico Hischier gets his second of the playoffs. What a pretty move, coming at 16-11 of the first period. Puts the Devils up 1-0. Palat, who had a strong game as well. I saw someone just mention it in the YouTube chat. He got a bunch of chances. Matt Freudenberger, please keep both hands on the wheel. Don't go like this if you're driving when Nemec scores a goal. Just wanted to throw that out there, a little safety tip as well. But the assist going to Palat and Timo, who got robbed again, but he had a really strong game. But this move, man, Nico going to that backhand, back to the forehand, and then just chipping it over. Anderson's, I believe it was his glove side there for his second of the playoffs. And this arena exploded. Like, everyone was just waiting for something to happen. And the fact that the Devils were able to score first, man, that just set the tone and the mood for this game, because this crowd was just we were into it before, but once Nico scored, it took it to that other level. The roof went off the place. And, of course, it's Nico doing it, who has scored in his young career, man. He's had some really think about the outdoor game as well. It was like, what was that, like 2 minutes into the outdoor game? He had the breakaway right down, and boom, in the back of the net. So Nico Hischier puts the Devils up 1-0 there in the first. And then in the second period, I will say, the Canes turned it around. The Canes had 14 shots in the second period. The Devils, by the way, they didn't let up a shot by the Carolina Hurricanes in the first 10 minutes of the period. I took it, well, maybe it was the first 9 or something and change, but I remember I turned to Sam and I was like, look at the big board. No shots on goal there for the Canes for quite some time. But the second, you know what? They come back with their surge. That's what they do. And, they really did an amazing job with getting their game going, but the Devils were able to withstand it. And the second period, the big thing was we lost Kovacevic. And Sam and I aren't 100% sure what happened. We just kind of noticed it when we were talking with some friends. We went to go see Chico and Maddie there in the second intermission. And, that's when it really came to our attention that, hey, Mr. Kovacevic is not on the ice. I'm like, because I was like, why is Siegs playing with Dougie? And then it just, when you're there, sometimes you don't count as fast, like who's missing on the bench, especially when you get these new and improved Sam Woo tickets where you're like 10 rows from the ice.
It happened by accident.
Sometimes it's hard to see.
It happened by accident because the first tickets were not there, and somehow it got rejected, probably because somebody took it, and I kept on pressing buttons on the phone, and I said, oh, well, this looks good. And then it took about 10 minutes to get them, and then we didn't know what C18 meant.
Yeah, we thought it was the catwalk.
Yeah.
But either way, we had a couple of, some penalties here. Siegs and Martinuk and Orlov. The Devils' power play, obviously, we want to get that going a little bit better. They were 0 for 5 on the day. But either way, the Devils started to turn the tide back in their favor by the end of the second period, and then into the third. Old DM here, Dawson Mercer gets his first of the playoffs, and just a wild play with a loose puck in front of the net. Jesper Bratt gets his second assist here, but Dawson Mercer, you can see right here with the poke shot right here, according to the NHL app. And again, that place went bonkers. As soon as he scored, because at first I was like, "Is it in? Is it in?" I'm not sure. Couldn't really tell at first.
Yeah.
But when that goal siren went on, oh baby, that place exploded. As well it should, because Dawson Mercer, we know we want to see him score more, but he's another guy who's been working real hard, and it's good to see him get rewarded. Now after that is when we had Timo. I believe that's when Timo got, or maybe it was after the Seth Jarvis power play goal that the Canes got at 6:11. So Dawson Mercer at 1:18, and then Seth Jarvis at 6:11. Snapshot coming from Gostisbehere and Aho. And, this was a power play goal, and there were a lot of questionable calls tonight. I had to check to see if Justin Kia was actually on there on the ice.
Yep.
You know, we literally did. We went and we scrolled. It was like, oh, Kelly Sutherland and Brink or whatever his name is. We were like,
pulled out our phones.
is that like a burner, referee name for Justin Kia? I don't know. But either way, there were a lot, and I'm sure you heard it coming through the broadcast. The fans were not happy with the officiating tonight.
Nope.
As well, they should not have been. There was a lot of stuff going on that didn't get called. Nico Heischer getting his skates chopped out from him. Some interference penalties. Maybe something. Maybe you could have had a 1-for-1 roughing on a couple moments, but there were some very, very questionable misses over there. And for the Devils, this weak power play of the I'm sorry. The power play is really good for Carolina. Their penalty kill. Excuse me. The power play, which is very good for Carolina, you don't want to give them extra chances, obviously, because they cashed in on both of them today. So the first one, I believe, was a Siegenthaler penalty that Jarvis gets the goal, his second. And then at 12:20, Sebastian Aho gets his first of the playoffs. And this one was on that delay a game from Brett Pesce, which, man, that was such a long shift for him. He might have been over 2 minutes, and he took that.
No, he was. Max said that in the
he did? Okay, I'm sorry, I didn't see that in the chat. But, I mean, what a warrior that dude was. I mean, he was blocking shots left and right, took one off the ankle. He could barely skate there for a little bit, and, man.
Well, you know what? Let me tell you something. When you have a good penalty kill, that may have saved the game in that situation because all the players were tired at that point, including Pesce. You give yourself a time to reset. Yes, you took a penalty, but you gave yourself time to hit the reset button because you do have a good penalty kill, and the Devils were able to kill off 2 minutes.
Yeah.
So, yes, that's not ideal, but you can – I'll tell you, like, I remember Del Barton, in high school hockey. They used to do it all the time. Anybody that would be on a breakaway, they would just stick them down, trip them, do whatever they needed, and then they just go on the penalty kill and just wipe that out, and no harm, no foul.
I will say the Devils got a lot of momentum when they did kill the penalty, but those two in a row there, you could definitely feel the nervous hush come over the crowd after Sebastian Aho scored there at 12:20. Now, the Devils did their best to kind of get the crowd back going on their side, of course, and that would be a massive hit by Siegenthaler on Sebastian Aho down along the boards there where, I couldn't see everything from our angle, but I'm looking, and I see Siegs, stick the hips out, and then all of a sudden I see Aho's skates go over. So I'm pretty excited, actually, to see the complete replay of that hit. But good on Siegs for just coming through and being ready, stepping into, not preseason, not, mid-season. This is playoff hockey. This is another level, all right? And he came in there looking like he hadn't been out for the last 20, 30 game, 40 game, whatever the hell it is that he missed.
Yeah.
I can't think off the top of my head. Max, our resident statistician, he will correct me, of course, as he always does. But that hit was massive. We go into an overtime. The Devils had 9 shots in the first OT. And you could just see when they came out, they were hungry for it. And they knew, it's obvious they had to win this game, but they just knew, we cannot let this slip away from us. And I just had that feeling that it was kind of a matter of time. The first overtime ended, and it's like, okay, all right, fine. And then we start the second, and, it only takes 2 minutes and 36 seconds into it for a sort of broken play to get all fixed up by Sam Woo's new best friend. We know he's threatened to buy his jersey. And what happens when Sam Woo buys an official game jersey of a player? They get traded, naturally. When Sam Woo spends the money, they go out the door. Just ask our friend John Marino.
That was some collateral damage, I'm telling you. I had good intentions,
That was
into
all.
that purchase.
That was all for the football calls and everything. We were so excited, and then John gets traded.
Yeah.
The day after Sam Woo orders his John Marino jersey. So he's threatened to have the Shimon Nemec jersey in the queue, ready to go if need be. But today, the rookie, who has had his struggles, had some issues, obviously, with the PR side of things. We've seen him, make some mistakes here or there. But tonight, a second person went and totally redeemed themselves, just like Sam Woo with those tickets. And his name is Shimon Nemec, getting his first playoff goal of his career as a double OT winner, Sam Woo, at 2:36, unassisted, broken play, all fixed up, moves his way through, and is able to put the puck past Freddie Anderson, who made some unbelievable saves again tonight. Oh, that glove one on Timo. But the place explodes. The team mobs Shimon Nemec. Sam Woo doesn't believe me that that's who actually scored the goal. Nope. It was only when he came out of the middle of the huddle did Sam Woo say, wow. Actually, I won't say what Sam Woo actually said.
No. Confidential information.
It's confidential information.
Yeah, it's classified. You'll have to wait 60 years to know what I said.
Or maybe into next season, according to Sam's predictions. But either way, Shimon Nemec is a double overtime winner tonight for your New Jersey Hockey Devils. 3-2 Devils win home playoff game. Hey, where have I heard this before? Carolina wins at home, and then the Devils win at home. Something's going on there. Shots on goal. Hey, look at this for the Devils. 8-9-8-9-3 for a Slayer. Raining pucks from the Devils on the ice. Tribute of 37 shots on goal. The Canes, 4-14-6-2, only one. That's only 3 total shots in overtime for a total of 27. Yes, this is the team that had, 48-49 the other day? The Devils have adjusted their game, and they are playing very good defense at holding the Canes to what they do very, very well. Devils dominated the face-off circle there, 43 wins to the Canes, 34. Now we know this was the issue. Devils got the old Jersey everything bagel with cream cheese there. 0 for 5 on the PP, while the Canes were 2 for 4, going at 50%. We talked about the hits already. 39 hits for the Canes, 43 for the Devils. Sam Woo, don't look at I know you're already looking there, but how many blocked shots do you think the Devils had tonight?
I don't know, 35?
You know it. You were just looking at my phone. Well, it's 33.
Oh.
33 block shots. Hello, Jonas Siegenthaler. Welcome back. Brett Pesce, Nico Hischier as well. Dumoulin.
Yeah.
Dumoulin had himself a game tonight. 13 giveaways, which for this team, that's pretty damn good. 8 takeaways as well. So let's hear what you think about it. I know the YouTube chat is blowing up over here. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out on this late night, this true Devils After Dark edition here. We are into the Saturday portion of the show right here at 12:41 a.m. Rocking at American Whiskey. If you happen to be downstairs right now, take care of your bartenders. Alejandra, Valentina, Frank the Tank, of course. Din Wiesel's around. Man, Sam Woo. Now, obviously, it was your cookie. Your game
2-0. 2-0.
2-0. And by the way, Sam and I almost screwed everything up because when we came back from the second period, I sat in Sam's seat, and then Sam was like, we need to switch back. And I put my jersey on. When I got there, I had my jersey off, so I took my jersey back off. So
we had to do what we had to do.
We almost screwed it all up, but we didn't.
We almost did. I mean, without having that burrito, I kind of got nervous there.
Yeah.
We did everything we could in our section. But overall, Scotty, look, the crowd tonight was loud. They were engaged, and they kept going. Yeah, there was a couple moments of nervousness.
Oh, yeah.
But that's to be expected when now it's 2-2.
Now it's 2-2.
Going when time is winding down in the third period. So, but the crowd was engaged. It was just nonstop. And then when Nemec scored, and post game, Rachel Herzog was interviewing Markstrom.
Oh.
The crowd didn't shut up. They were cheering the entire time. It was awesome.
The hellish vibes that were going through that place. And Markey had that crowd in the palm of his hand as well. By the way, Markey was second star of the night. I forgot to mention that. What do you got? 926 save percentage. Nemec obviously is the first star with the goal. And then, Freddie got the third. Well, all right, I guess I can see that. But either way, hell of a game right there.
Definitely.
Yeah, but that was great when Markstrom was talking to the crowd afterwards because everyone was just in the moment and feeling it.
And Mrs. Fields won, too.
Mrs. Fields won the cookie race during the game.
And I turned on the goal light helmet afterwards.
You did. You turned on the goal light helmet. People loved the cookie around the arena. So Sam Woo's obviously got to wear that. And you obviously got to you got to buy those fancy tickets again for Sunday.
Well, what do I do if I bring Mrs. Woo to the game?
Well, you better buy more tickets, my friend.
Maybe Mrs. Woo should wear a Mrs. Fields cookie costume.
It's got to be you, I think.
You think it's me? Or
I think it's you. I think you're the good luck charm, Sam.
Yeah, but she may be, you know what, she could be the pretzel.
She can be the pretzel.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe. How about the ice cream?
Oh, yeah.
You don't want to be like, oh, here's the pretzel. You're salty. You know? Like, no. Here's the ice cream. You're sweet. You know? Like, there you go.
Thanks for the relationship tip, Scott.
I try. I help out wherever I can.
Yeah, tonight I'll be like, look, you're not salty. You're as sweet as pie.
You're sweet,
Yeah.
baby. Max is saying Sam should buy Max a ticket, too. I mean, for all the statistician work, I would think so as well. Nemec did the interview with Rachel and Bryce for TV. Good for him. He's a young kid. I don't know how well he has the English language mastered either way. But although Sam Woo was lip reading him tonight.
I was. No, he was pretty intense out there. He was talking a little trash.
Oh, yeah?
Nemec. Yeah. I mean, that's what distracted me when
look at his new biggest fan over here, huh?
No. I'm not a big fan. Look. Let's be realistic, folks. Okay, I don't want to be a Debbie Downer on a Happy Devils Saturday. It ups his trade value. Okay, it ups his trade value.
Oh boy!
Don't let one goal overvaluate one player. It was nice. It was very nice. It's very promising. I'm not going to say he sucks, but if Logan Cooley was on this team, he would have never went to overtime.
Oh boy!
That's all I have to say.
This is why
I'm doubling down.
This is why we can't have nice things.
No, of course not. Of course not. Actually, I'm just kind of kidding around. It was really nice.
No, it was great.
Yeah, it was really nice to see him.
But that actually was Sam Woo's first comment, in a joking manner, though, afterwards.
Kind of.
Here's Ted. Ted is here. We just caught up with Ted as well. Shimon Nemec, Devils legend. By the way, it's Ted's first playoff game he's ever been to. How damn cool is that?
That is cool.
How cool is that? A double OT winner for your first ever. Yeah! Woo! We got some friends hanging up in the attic over here now. Downstairs a little bit more on the crazy side right now. We're here chilling and relaxing because I don't think anyone would actually be able to hear us right now if we were downstairs because the music is
loud,
pounding, and there's people drinking and having a great time. So we'll get all of the chaos on Sunday.
Yeah.
But man. Where we got there? Oh, yes, Montreal did beat the Caps tonight. Man, how about those referees, though? They were pretty damn frustrating tonight.
They were awful. There were a couple makeup calls, I would say.
Eddie says Sam should not buy the Nemec jersey. Okay. Ted's got the Nemec apology button right there. Mark, Serve, you are right. Marky did make a very big glove save. In the was that the third period? I think that was after the second goal was scored, if I'm not mistaken.
Mm-hmm.
And there was kind of a little bit of a maybe a little. I think it was a little giveaway there in the zone. And I don't remember who they fed there, but you're right. You're right, Serve. Marky definitely made a huge glove save over there. Max, Sam Woo said there's no bleeping way that bum scored. Take the goal back. Yeah, Sam was hoping for a review at that point. Apparently.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's what was going on here. Did we have any?
I was calling Toronto myself at that moment.
Sam's got one of those. You ever see Casino where they got the little thing on their leg to cheat on the cards? You know, Sam's got that for Justin Kia. You know, when he thinks that there should be a review. Let's see here. Robert, did we have an inkling that Siegenthaler had a chance to get back for the playoffs? I think we did, but I didn't foresee him coming back like this. I thought it was after the first round that he was going to come back or scheduled to come back. But, he flipped Sebastian Aho on that check, on that hip check along the boards, man. Siegs came back like he hadn't been gone.
Yep.
Which is really what this team needed as well, especially with Kovacevic. Hey, man, 3 D-men in the first 3 games of a series? The hell is going on?
Next man up.
Woo! They got to be. Let's see here. Matt, playoff Palat, looks like he's priming up the engine. Okay. Nemec probably didn't want. Yeah, Serve, I think you're right. I think it's the might be the little English language barrier right there, right now. What else we got? Yes, that bottom line too of Dowling, Tatar, and Bastian made some really good plays, and were very physical. There have been times where I feel like Nate Bastian could maybe beef it up a little bit more. It seemed like he was ready to throw that body tonight, Sam Woo.
Yeah. Yeah, especially in the corners.
Yeah.
He was using his body. He was,
and Tom. We saw Tom before, too. What's up, Tom?
He was using his body to block the, be a disruption on those passing lanes there as well. I mean, look, you got to give credit to the Carolina Hurricanes, too. I mean, they were difficult to get the puck deep in the zone and getting possession. They're a pretty feisty team, but the way the Devils handled it, pound for pound, the Devils matched their intensity tonight. And now we got a series. It's 2-1.
Yeah.
We got a game Sunday. Take it one shift at a time, one period at a time.
Here's Wimpy. Devils were relentless in OT. Absolutely. Robert, thank you. It was 20 seconds ago that he made that glove save. Marky did. Ariel, love the fight and toughness in the Devils game tonight, especially in OT. Yeah. George Diaz. They defended their home turf, and they 100% needed that win. Let's see here. Yeah, Sunday, 3:30 start time for the game, which means we're going to be, hey, there goes Ted over there, yeah! Which means we're probably going to be starting around 2 p.m. Eastern outside on the street in all of the chaos and madness, the madness on Mulberry.
Yeah, we may even start earlier than that just to try to get our guests in as well. So,
we're going to have guests again?
Yeah. Oh, we had Chico today.
I know.
Gonna try.
Chico had a good time. If you missed the podcast earlier, Game Day Live, he was excited here to talk some Devils hockey and how this team can turn things around.
Yep.
And we all thought it too. We just felt like, hey, this series is not over yet. Mm-hmm. It is not over yet. And the boys went out tonight and they proved it winning this game on home ice. And that's what they're going to have to do. They're one way or another, they're going to have to steal one in Carolina. But I have complete faith that the Devils are still in this, and this series is going to go a long way.
Definitely. All right, Scotty.
Well, yeah, we should wrap up because we weren't expecting double overtime.
Yeah.
And Sam Woo left his lawnmower batteries that he kind of charges everything with over here on, and then we came back, and guess what? Everything was dead. So we're on the very limited backup power over here. And, yes, just in case you're wondering, they are the rechargeable lawnmower batteries. That's what Sam Woo operates as.
That's right.
He's a Home Depot man. That's right.
Yep.
Yeah. But thank you, everyone on the YouTube, on X, on Facebook, everyone who came down to the show tonight to say hello. Thank you very much. And Sunday, come on down, 3:30, American Whiskey right here. Great bar. Hope maybe we'll have Crew Brew sold out tonight. So that was awesome. I could not even get one. So, like, very rare that I'm here in New Jersey, and I was like, oh, I want an Crew Brew. And Valentina's like, we sold out. And I was like, at first I was like, damn, but then I was like, oh, that's good. So I'm drinking my Modelo. We're having a good time, and want to see you come back on Sunday. Like we said, get here early. You know, Sam Woo wants to start at like 1:30 or something like that. That's what he says, and he's like, 2:15. Like today, he's like, you got to be here for 5:30. We're starting at 6. Then he's like, 6:30.
It's based on guest availability.
Okay.
Yeah.
Guest availability. So there you go. You should know that there will be some, fun special surprises come Sunday, and we will be outside on the big stage, courtesy of our man Frank the Tank. Devils win in double OT. It's a whole new series, baby. We're back.
Yeah, we're definitely back. Want to thank all those tuning in to this podcast, dropping the podcast.
I can see the cookie on TV. Corbin. Oh, boy.
Oh, wow. Dropping the podcast a little later. Till next time, let's go Devils.